Hi, I'm Nancy at Kneble's Auto Service Center. Do you believe what we're coming upon? Spring break. Now, if we're lucky, we get to go on vacation with our kids. If not, our kids are going without us. The worst thing you don't want to have happen is to be stuck on the side of the road. Because then you're arguing, my gosh, who's responsible for checking the car? We're missing things. What's going on? Or our kids are calling, Mom, Dad, what do? I'm stuck on the side of the road and my car broke down. Because I'm going to tell them to call Kneble's Auto Service Center. What we here at Kneble's Auto will do is what we call a trip check. It's free service to you. Call us up, schedule it. What we're going to do is we're going to check your vehicle over. We're going to check under the car, inside under the hood, and the exterior of the car to make sure of any potential problems you might run into. So we want to make sure your vacation is smooth sailing. What we'll do is put your car in the lift. When we raise your car, we're going to check your tires. We're going to check the pressure, the condition. Now, I have in-depth video that you can refer to that will go more about the tires. But we check the tire and the pressure and the condition.
And then we're going to look underneath of this car. So I'm looking for oil leaks and things of that nature. This particular car has a little bit of an oil leak right here. So I'm going to be a little concerned about that. Why is that happening? I'm also going to look at things like caused by rust. This car's got a little rust under it. And the U-joints are got a lot of rust coming out of it. This car I want to be concerned about because this should be taken care of. We're going to look at the brake lines. The brake lines are right here. We're looking at these rubber brake lines to make sure they're in good physical shape. They look great on this car. All right, we're going to look at the front end parts, bushings. We're looking at the dry shaft. And we're again looking at the other brake lines right here. And then we're going to come over here and then we're going to look at the metal brake lines and the fuel hoses. They're right here. All right, these are in nice, good shape. They're not rusted. They're a little dirty, but all cars are a little dirty. So they're in really good, fantastic shape. I'm looking for the frame. The frame looks pretty good. I'm not seeing anything that's alarming me under here yet. I'm looking at the fuel lines in the back here. I'm looking all the way back. Okay. I'm looking for any fuel leaks. I'm looking for anything that's alarming me. So far, so good. So that's all that's concerned. I'm going to look at the exhaust system. This is the exhaust system. This is the muffler. All right. Getting a little rusty, but it's not rusted all the way through. This is a Jeep. It's off-road, so this one is typical for a little bit of rust underneath. So this is all looking good. I'm looking for brake lines on the back of the here. Make sure that they're fine. They look all good. They look fantastic. Perfectly. Now this car, back tires are looking good. So we're doing good here. The exhaust pipes are hanging white. I don't see a thing wrong with it here. So that's what we do when we're looking underneath the car.
Once we check under the car and make sure everything looks good, we are now going to lower your car and check under the hood.
Looks like original hoses. Maybe these should be replaced. All right, we're going to look at the drive belts down here. The drive belt is here. Looking for cracks. Everything looks good there as far as that's concerned. All right, this is the alternator if anybody wants to know that one. I want to check the power steering fluid while I'm here. Make sure the power steering fluid is here, looking good. I'm looking at the power steering fluid now. This one is actually a little low. I'm gonna dipstick at a minimum right here. So we should fill it up right about here. Perfect. All right, so then we're also going to look at the brake fluid. You can see right through here, we got to add and fill right here. All right, this is good. May do a little bit of top off. It's just sitting above the add line. Maybe I'll just bring it right up to here a little bit, but nothing to be concerned about. All right, so then we're going to actually look at the engine oil. The engine oil's right here. We got to make sure we have a rag. We have a rag. We just clean it all up. We put it, check the oil. want to check the oil level here, and this is exactly full. Here's a full mark, and there's the added quart mark right here, and we're right within that. We're a little on the dirty side, but this car here is coming in here for service today. This needs an oil change. We are actually putting a new radiator in this car. It needed a radiator, so we're going to be checking the coolant level when we're done. But usually the coolant level is checked by right here. Right now it should be right up to full. It's on the empty side. We have a leak here, so we're going to be replacing that. Before it goes out of here, we're going to also make sure our windshield washer fluid's full. It's got some in there, but we're going to make sure it's full right up to the top. So on this particular car, that's all the fluid levels that we have, except for the clutch pedal. We do have, this is not an automatic, there's no transmission fluid, it's automatic transmission fluid. This has got gear oil, which we checked earlier. This is got clutch fluid, which is right here. Just like a brake cylinder. We just open it up to make sure we have enough in there. Can't see through that one. We'll take the little thing out of there. And we have enough fluid in there. It's enough in there. So that we check that and get a little. Alright, so what we're going to do is I always look at the battery cables, make sure they're clean, no corrosion. This one has, they're pretty tight. I don't really see any big deal corrosion. There is a little bit there, but that's typical of the nuts and bolts to have a little bit of corrosion to it. It looks clean in the sections of where it needs to be cleaned. We'll hook up our tester, and we'll do a quick test to make sure the battery's okay, and then we'll do a quick test. Alright, so we're looking at this, and it actually looks pretty good. Alright, so we got a good battery thing. Alrighty, so that's what we'll make sure that our customers are safe on the road. We do check the air pressure in the tires. We do check to make sure the brakes are okay. Thank you. Alright, so what we do is also want to check that air filter, make sure it's in good shape. There you go, we got it out of the way. And we're looking at the air filter. Well, it's a little dirty. It's got some dirt in here. You'll see all that dirt in there. Not as bad as most of them, but there is some dirt on this one. Not completely clogged up, but still, may want to change it.
Once we check inside under the hood and we make sure that everything is operating properly, we're going to go to the exterior of the car. That means, are all the lights working? You don't want to be stopped by a cop because your brake light's out. Nothing will affect your vacation more than being stopped by the cops. So we want to make sure all your lights are working. And of course, we want to make sure that your washer fluid and your wipers are working good. We don't want to have it rain one night and not be able to see out that window. So make sure your car is in good working condition. Potentially stop any problem that could affect your wonderful vacation. Happy driving. Call us. Make that appointment for the trip check. If you like what I have to say, press the like button. Share the information. Press the share button. Any comments? Put them below. Let everybody in on the secret of having a trip check. You want to do a trip check, prevent any potential problems so you can have a wonderful vacation. Have a great spring break.